Coming into all of this, I never, ever thought I would be at this point. I've got 3 guys left. They all make me incredibly happy. They're all really different guys, and I can genuinely picture and imagine a future with each of them. I'm at this amazing stage now where I know all of these guys like me, and I know I really like all of them. But at the end of this week, I'm going to have to make a massive decision, and no matter what, it's going to be a heartbreaking decision. So I need to know more than ever where I stand with these guys, whether they do just like me or whether that could be more.
I've really missed Georgia. I really can't wait to see her today. I know I have feelings for Georgia, but it wasn't until I saw her with my family and I sort of sat back and just watched her talk to my parents and my grandmother, and it was at that point when I realised, you know, she could actually fit into my life so easily. We're down to the last 3. If Georgia hasn't already made up her mind, these dates could certainly sway her one way or the other. She is still seeing these 2 amazing, incredible guys that have so much to offer. They're still in the back of my head, and you know, I'd be lying if I said I'd completely forgotten about them. I want to show her that what we have is real and there is something there, and I see a future together. In the past, that's scared me, but thinking this way now with her, it excites me. If I don't tell her today, and if I go home, then I will kick myself. Have a look at you.
I'm so excited about today. It feels like such a long time since I've seen Lee, and I'm just looking forward to getting to spend the entire day with him.
It's good to see you.
It's always good to see you. You know how to make quite the entrance, haven't you?
This is just my ride here.
You look beautiful.
Thank you.
Our hometown visit was so amazing, and I did not want that day to end. To get another full day with him just to ourselves is making me happier than anything.
So this wasn't just my ride to get here. We are actually going on a little bit of a flight to our next destination, but I've got a special flight plan organised for us.
Special flight plan? I'm intrigued.
I'll tell you when we're up there.
I can't wait.
I felt like Lee was a different person on our hometown date. He was so much more confident and comfortable, and I felt like we were a couple. And I'm really excited to see today if that's carried through.
Here we go.
Wow. How amazing is this?
I've got something pretty special planned for Lee today. I've been lucky enough to have had some really romantic dates with him already, and they've really stuck in my mind. So I want to revisit a bit of that romance today.
It's amazing. It's so surreal. It's like, it's such an incredible day. I've got this gorgeous girl next to me. You know, we're flying in this helicopter. How could this day possibly get any better?
Might be recognisable, a certain spot where X marks the spot.
I look out to the left and there's this secluded beach where we had our very first date.
That was a very, very special day for me, so I thought I would just
It was.
remind you of that by flying over.
Flying over that beach where we'd had our first date
Just you and I.
brought back all of those memories of what was such a romantic date and a massive game changer. I've just enjoyed your company so much every time, and I feel really comfortable around you very quickly, and I feel like I've known you forever.
Actually, that's where we went the other day. That's Wiseman's Ferry.
That's funny.
Oh, sorry, did I beat you to it? There was our second date.
Good spotting. I love that you noticed that.
That was such a romantic date for me, and I think it was for Lee as well, for him to remember it so well. Both those dates I went on with Lee made me just realise it's not just a feeling, it's real. There is something there.
Lots of really great memories already, so I just wanted to, I suppose, highlight them.
There's just something about a helicopter ride. It's something so magical, extravagant, romantic. Doing that next to this amazing guy, I don't think we can top this.
Thank you.
It hasn't taken any time for me to feel comfortable and happy around Lee again. It's the start of the date and I just feel like we've picked up where we left off.
Thank you so much for that.
Thank you for inspiring me to take you on a scenic trip down memory lane.
How beautiful is this?
I know, isn't it gorgeous?
On our last single date, Georgia told me that, you know, she needs to know now more than ever how I feel. For you, young lady.
Thank you.
I don't want to, think that I've gone home and not told her. You only regret the things you don't do and say, and I would kick myself if I did that. And we've been doing these amazing and incredible things, but seeing you in that light and in Melbourne, and with my family, it was the first time I truly imagined you in my life.
I loved being there in Melbourne with you, and I love seeing how passionate you are about that city. Like, I know you are, but seeing you there, you were just like a different person.
Seeing you there with my family, it was the first time that I went, you know what, this is real. This is something incredible and amazing, and it's the first time that I really sort of felt like I was actually really falling for you. I can see in your face that you are genuinely excited about the things I'm saying, and I feel like we're very much on the same wavelength, and we have such a similar view on so much and everything, and we're just like the two of us are like two peas in a pod. I can honestly see a future together. That in the past perhaps used to scare me, but I couldn't be more excited about thinking about it.
I loved hearing that. I really do. Yeah, I get really excited to see you every single time, and I think Melbourne it was just next level. I think you were so much more comfortable, and I could just see it working.
Having these deeper conversations and hearing how he felt seeing me with his family.
I'm getting rid of this wine.
It's music to my ears. I feel like it's going really well.
Coming up,
What if I wasn't from Melbourne?
Georgia asks some tough questions.
Would it be the same if I wasn't?
And later, love sets sail on Jake's single date.
Flying! Jake! I'm flying!
Then, Maddie searches for his moment.
Whilst I'm here, I want to be completely honest.
But will he miss his chance?
Should I have said it then? Was that the right time?
Well, it's such a beautiful day. I thought, why don't we go for a little bike ride?
What a really good idea.
Come on. Even I think that one's bad.
Don't pretend like you're not going to use it. It was such a picture-perfect afternoon. You know, the sun was out, there wasn't a breath of wind, and, you know, I had this gorgeous woman. We decided we'd go for a ride around this incredible property. Look right at home on that bike.
Look right at home? You look cool. You look like cool and sporty, and I'm like, look like I'm going to school in the 1940s.
You look like you're going to the market to pick up some fresh produce.
Oh, I need some baguettes in the basket there.
Picturing a future with Lee is really easy for me.
Can't tell me. Just running me off the road.
Sorry.
It's like I'm done with you now.
Yeah.
Can you see us doing this back in Melbourne? Just riding down in the
Around
market.
Albert Park.
Yeah.
Albert Park Lake.
Albert Park Lake. Go down to South Melbourne Market.
Yes, bring home fresh bread in the basket.
And get some South Melbourne dim sims.
South Melbourne dim sims, you're speaking my language, Lee.
I'm just salivating thinking about it.
just give me a minute, please.
I just need it. Just going to take a moment.
Yeah, exactly. Yum, I miss Melbourne food.
I'm having a great time with Lee and I'm loving hearing how much he loved me being with his family. But he does keep mentioning Melbourne and how great it was being in Melbourne and the fact that we're both from Melbourne. And it just keeps coming up over and over again. Any hesitations I had at the start of today about whether this Melbourne thing was a sticking point are just being reiterated.
That's so gorgeous. This place is just so incredible.
It's amazing, right?
And the fire.
Oh, look at this. Please.
Thank you.
You and I do well in front of a fire, don't we?
I've had such a wonderful day with Lee. I don't want it to end, but before it has to, there are still some things I want to get off my chest.
You know, we had such a good day and we had such a good time in Melbourne, and I can so see how our lives would work so seamlessly. But I think what I want to know is, you know, what if I wasn't from Melbourne? Would it be the same if I wasn't?
No, I mean, obviously, the fact is you are from Melbourne and that's amazing. And if it was any other way, it wouldn't be ideal. But, you know, where there's a will, there's a way. Like, if you want to make something work, you will.
If I was from Brisbane, do you think we'd be in the position we're in now?
I came into this knowing that you could have come from anywhere. And you know, I was open to that. Your job could take you anywhere. They took you to Tasmania almost overnight. You know, where you live doesn't define you. So our connection is far deeper, I feel, you know, and far more real than just living in the same state together.
I probably am overthinking things and second-guessing things, and yeah, I don't know, it just worried me, I suppose, for want of a better term, that, you know, where would we be if we didn't have that Melbourne connection? And I know that I really believe our connection's much more than that.
I'm so glad you said that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, I love thinking that, you know, we could start a life together, you know, in Melbourne and end up wherever. The feelings I have for Georgia are, you know, I was going to say I have not felt in a long time, but to be honest, I've not felt ever before. It's crazy. You know, I had someone said coming into here, you know, like, you're going to fall for this girl. And I'm like, well, I probably would have told them they were crazy. They're not so crazy after all. I'm really am falling for you.
I really didn't expect Lee to say that. It was the best thing I've heard all day, and he's said a lot of things that I've loved hearing today. I think that was one of the best things I've ever heard. I had such a great time on Jake's hometown date, and seeing him with his family just cemented what I thought about him being caring and loving and family-oriented. So I'm really excited to see him today after learning all that about him and explore that even more.
My hometown visit definitely opened my eyes a lot more to the relationship that Georgia and I have and how deep that connection is. I really felt that this was real, that there was a real future with Georgia and I. So I'm excited to see her and tell her that, and hopefully she's feeling the same way.
Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Welcome. Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Welcome to the wharf.
Wow.
This is Spirit. It was actually raced in the America's Cup.
Wow.
So yeah, proper super yacht. Thought we could check out Sydney Harbour from the water.
Sounds amazing. I'm
Ready?
excited. Yeah, I can't wait.
All right, let's get on board.
There's never been any doubt in my mind that Jake would be here at this stage. From the moment we clapped eyes on each other on that first night, there was a spark.
How are you?
I'm Georgia.
Jake. Nice
Hi,
to meet you.
Jake.
There was just something there.
Best first date I've been on.
I'm gonna second that.
I'm looking for the relationship. I don't want to just settle for the sake of settling.
It's really good that you seem to be on the same page.
Yeah.
And that's still there. I never doubted whether he'd be here in my final three.
Wow.
No, wow. What a way to see the harbour.
Right, I think there's no other way.
Look at this. We're actually sailing a super yacht straight towards Sydney Harbour Bridge.
This is ridiculous.
How lucky are we?
Now you got to concentrate on the water.
Okay, sorry. Sorry.
Don't let me distract you.
Distract me.
There we are, steering this super yacht.
That's amazing.
It's so romantic and unlike anything I've ever experienced.
What a perfect day for it.
This is literally like living a dream.
Something that has been there since day one with Jake is this undeniable chemistry. It's been there the whole time and it does just grow. I love being around him. I feel drawn to him and I can't help but be close to him when I'm around him. It's just chemistry.
I'm glad you're enjoying it.
I'm glad you are too.
I'm very happy to be here.
You know, we just completely lose ourselves with each other every time we are together, and it feels like there's no one else but her and I. Never in my wildest dreams did I think coming into this experience that I would feel so strongly for someone, that I would be connected so deeply, so quickly. Wow, and look at...
This is actually amazing. This is even better than I expected.
I wasn't expecting this at all, so I'm blown away. Look at the view we've got.
I know we've got feelings for each other and we've got this great connection, but I want to know where his head is at in terms of, you know, being here in the final three and looking towards a future. How are you feeling about the whole thing?
About being on the boat?
Sure, but in general terms as well. Like, you know, I haven't seen you since hometown, so...
But I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to see you.
Good.
Just sort of hoping I'd be here,
Yeah,
and now I am.
good.
So I can't wipe the smile off my face. You know, I'm really starting to feel that what George and I have is real. It's deep, it's meaningful, and there's so much more to explore. There's times where I find myself, you know, really taken back by how strong I'm starting to feel for her, and how amazing I really think she is. So I've haven't had the chance to ask you, how did you feel about coming and meeting my family, and how were the nerves settled after?
It's a big deal, meeting family, and especially I know how close you are with your family. I think they were probably what I expected. Your mum was pretty tough on me.
She was?
Yeah, you're her boy. She wants you at home. That was the main thing that came out of it.
I was trying to lip read. Wasn't
Were
working.
you just? Cheeky.
I didn't think she would be. I think she'd just giggle, but...
No, I mean, she was lovely.
Okay.
Your mum is absolutely delightful. But she had some tough questions for me.
Yeah?
Yeah, she just, I mean, she wants you on the Gold Coast. Yeah, so I think she was trying to quiz me on where I'll be afterwards.
As a mum does.
As a mum does.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that.
I'm so happy in his company, in his arms. I can't think of anywhere else in the world I would rather be. There's just something so great about being with him.
How lucky are we right now?
I know, this is crazy.
I don't want this niggling thing about the distance to get in the way of these amazing feelings I have with him.
I'm flying, Jake. I'm flying.
Still to come on The Bachelorette.
My jaw hit the ground, like literally.
George's date with Jake hits a snag.
Would it be easy though? Would that be really hard for you to move again?
One of us will have to make a big sacrifice.
And later,
I'm not just treating this as a game.
will Matty get the chance to tell Georgia how he feels?
I don't know how many more opportunities there are going to be.
Georgia booked a hotel room for me at the Star to change into something more suitable for our next activity. Being in top 3 now, and we are getting to a much more deeper connection and deeper level, I guess, of what the relationship could be. I can see a future with Georgia, and that's I guess, becoming a lot more evident in the time that we're spending together. Tonight is a big night for having those hard relationship questions and really seeing what we could be. Oh, wow.
Good evening.
What an entrance. Hello.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good.
You look amazing.
You look amazing. Look at you in black. I
All in
love
black?
you in black.
Georgia just came rolling in this absolutely amazing dress. I think my jaw hit the ground, like literally. Wow, look at this.
I know.
Beautiful spot.
What do you think of it?
I really like it. It looks beautiful.
Good.
Look at the view.
I know. This city.
One thing that became glaring to me on the hometown visit was how much Jake's mum and I think his whole family really don't want him leaving the Gold Coast again. I've spoken about it with Jake before and he has said that he would be up for moving to Melbourne, but I want to revisit that with him after seeing just how passionately his family doesn't want that.
Tell me how you're feeling about everything after hometowns and after today.
The only thing that has been on my mind a little bit since hometown was just we're both, I think, in the same situation with with my mum and dad and your mum. Like that's on my mind a bit. It's not as easy just to jump up and leave. We're both back with family for a reason, and I love that. I feel like we've really connected on that. But the moving to Melbourne or to another spot or Queensland, whatever it may be, I think it's just another deep conversation, another question. And if it's worth it, then it'll be easy. It's just, what I mean.
Would it be easy though? Like I'm not saying if we were to be together at the end of this, you would have to move to Melbourne.
Yeah.
But if that was something that we chose to do, like, would it be easy? Would that be really hard for you to move again?
If it's so certain and what we're feeling is so strong, then that makes it easier. That's the easy part. The hard part is definitely leaving my family. My mum's not well at the moment again, and dad as well. It is hard, but it's not to the other side of the country. It is a lot simpler.
I don't want to be putting pressure on anyone that if you want to be with me, you have to move states. But it is something I need to think about realistically, because at the end of all this, if Jake and I are together, one of us will have to make a big sacrifice. And that's something that needs to be thought about.
We've kind of had the conversation before, and you said, I would be totally up for living in Melbourne. But then seeing you with your family, they really want you there.
What I said, because I do love Melbourne, always longed to live in Melbourne. I've got family in Melbourne. And they're sort of talking to mum. It's just a bigger issue, that's all. And it's, a bigger conversation. But at the end of the day, they want to see me happy and, very, really, really happy. Look, distance is only distance if you let it be, I guess. I feel like there's always a solution for any type of relationship problem. It just depends on the relationship and the person and how hard you fight to find that solution. I have been hurt before in the past, and it's never fun, as have you, and I'm a little bit cautious of that. The next relationship I see myself in is the one that I want to spend, forever with, for everything. I'm here hoping that's you, and I'm hoping that that's the relationship I'm here for.
He hopes that I'm his one. Wow.
I'm hopeful for what
and excited for what we're, the direction we're going. And if there's something really real there, which I believe there is, I want to fight for that. And I feel like I've been fighting for that, this whole time.
I really feel like Jake would do anything for me. He makes me feel that way already, that he would move heaven and earth and fight for me.
Off the back of the home visit, my feelings for Georgia have definitely snowballed considerably. At the end of the home visit, I was speaking to my sister and I was really honest with her, and I admitted that I'm now falling in love with Georgia. And I guess the only thing that I haven't done now is be honest to Georgia about how I'm feeling. I've only ever said the L word to one other girl.
Hello.
Georgia, love. So it's not something that I have a great deal of experience with.
Hello. Good morning.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Really good.
Good.
I absolutely adore being around Maddie. He makes me smile and laugh unlike anyone else.
It's good to see you.
I was going to say the same thing. How are you?
You look amazing.
Thank you. So do you. What do you think of my wheels?
And it's a very nice car you've rocked up in.
I really feel like Maddie and I have been a slow burn. We didn't hit it off straight away.
I'm
Matt.
Georgia.
Nice to
Matt,
meet you.
It's lovely to meet you.
Yet here we are, and that relationship has grown and grown
Georgia!
Good game, young chap.
into what
We have it all to ourselves.
is an amazing relationship.
You're always on my mind constantly, which is frustrating at times because I'm like, Georgia, get out of there.
Go on.
Yeah, but at the same time, that's what I wanted. That's why I'm here.
Oh, listen to that.
Goodness.
I think the one thing I'm going to be looking for today is that further development of our relationship, to see if I am feeling that it's growing more, but also from his point of view as well. I don't know where he stands after the hometown, and I really want to make sure we're on the same page. Your face just went, yes.
Driving around with the roof down in this sexy car next to this really sexy guy, sun out. It was very cool.
You're never going to want to drive a normal car again, are you?
Like, this is...
I love that you haven't even asked where we're going. You're just like, okay, I'll drive this car.
I really want to tell Georgia exactly how I'm feeling, but at the same time, there's a voice at the back of my head which is kind of like, whoa, just, hang on 1 second, pal. Like, don't rush into this. Home visits was just out of this world. It was so important to have my family kind of give me the nod of approval. And they didn't just give me the nod of approval, they were like she is the most amazing woman you've ever brought back. It just keeps getting better and better and better.
I think we're on the same page there.
I'm confident that Georgia likes me, but if I take it to the next step and I say I'm falling in love with her, and then she's kind of like, cool, thanks, cheers for that. It's like the fear of rejection.
Be swept away by memorable moments, interviews, and exclusive extras at 10play.com.au/The Bachelorette.
All right.
So this is it.
This is it. You're going to have to leave your Porsche behind, I'm afraid.
I have planned for Maddie and I to go to a gin distillery, not only to taste and enjoy some gin, but actually make our own bottle of gin.
Welcome to Archie Rose Gin and Whiskey Distillery.
Hi, Maddie J. Lovely to meet you.
Harriet, this is Maddie J.
Lovely to see you again.
You too.
Why do you explain what we're doing?
Well, It's no secret I like whiskey,
Yep.
right? We're at a whiskey distillery, but I thought that's too boring. You know I like whiskey. You lived in London for 3 years, so we're going to go a bit more British and make gin.
I like that Georgia picks out a little something about my personality or my life and then brings it to life in the date. So the fact that she chose gin because I lived in London, you know, I really love that.
We've given you guys a neutral base gin
Yeah.
and 8 botanical distillates, which are just basically different herbs or spices, and you're going to add them to your base gin until you've got a profile that you like, and then we're going to make it in real size, and you're going to take a bottle home with you today.
Awesome.
I feel like the important things about making a good gin are probably the same kind of things as making a good relationship. A lot of compromise, communication, bit of spice, bit of sweetness. Makes a good gin, makes a good partnership.
Oh, I like that.
Harry, I'm gonna go with the lemon.
Okay, all right, let's spin across to
I
number
don't
3.
want it to be,
Lemony, like limoncello.
yeah, I don't want it I want it to be very subtle.
Let's go a couple of drops.
With the syringe, you need to be very precise, very delicate. I think I'm gonna do pretty good. I'm very good with my hands.
You might work out at this stage, you can add, but you cannot take away.
1.
This is so intense. So intense.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. We're going to change that to 8 drops. It's all right, Maddie, we'll fix it. We'll fix it.
I went a little, yeah. I do like it sweet.
Making the gin was so much fun. I feel like no matter what I do with Maddie, we'll find some way to laugh about it, some way to have fun with it. Don't make me
You
laugh.
do want some drops in there. We're going for number 2 now. Oh! Let's just put a little river.
It was so much fun. We were both really bad at controlling how much of each botanical was going into the gin, but we just laughed it off, as I feel like we do with everything.
It smells delicious.
Excellent. Why don't we make some martinis so you guys can sit and have a drink while we make that up into a big size bottle.
Amazing.
Sound good?
Perfect.
All right, let's go.
I'm proud of us.
Obviously, there's something that I want to tell Georgia, and I don't really know when the right moment is going to be.
I don't think I've ever made a martini before.
Well, I'll make you these ones, then when you go back to the house, you can make the next ones.
To tell someone that you're falling in love with them, I think there's nothing else that's more daunting. For me, anyway, it's a really difficult thing to say, and it's something that I don't have a lot of practice in saying it, so even how you get onto that subject is something that I'm questioning how it can come about.
Yes. Oh, that's a good martini.
Delicious.
Oh, that's a good martini. We can create,
Magic?
well, yes, also alcohol, but magic too. We're good at this. Good team.
Yeah, I think, this definitely works.
You're talking about
The gin or us? In my head right now, I'm kind of thinking, what's the best way to bring up this subject? And I don't want to throw it on her and put her off, or, jump into the deep end too much. I'm just not sure how to approach this.
Every time that I hang out with you and the more time we spend together, it's just gets better and better every time. And that excites me for, how much better it could get.
Okie dokie, guys. That is your very own bottle of gin.
Should I have said it then? Was that the right time? And then, I guess, I don't know how many more opportunities there are going to be, because I don't know how long the date's going to go for.
Take her. I love her. This is so good.
This is very romantic.
It is, isn't it?
It was such a beautiful night, and Maddie and I had the run of this whole place, so I thought it was a perfect opportunity to go for a bit of a dip in the jacuzzi.
Oh. Yeah. Very
Did you want a glass of champagne?
I would love a glass of champagne.
I wanted to bring up this concern I have about whether Maddie and I can be serious, but it was really hard because it's a serious conversation and we don't really do them. Like, I know something that we both really like about each other is how silly we are and how much we laugh. And I actually love that about hanging out with you, and I love how much we just laugh about everything.
But do you think that's like, you know, could that potentially be a bad thing?
I think one side which you probably haven't seen much of at all is the serious side to me. And there really is a strong serious side. It just hasn't really had a chance to come out yet.
I want to see all sides of you, though.
Yeah, I think it is easier for me to treat situations with a bit of humour. I do want to be honest with Georgia and let her know exactly how I'm feeling, because it may be the last chance that I get to be this honest with her. When it comes to like big decisions, like moving interstate, like planning ahead, starting a family, they're things that I take really seriously. I'm not just treating this as a game at all. To me, this couldn't be more serious. There's absolutely no doubt in my mind that I want to end up with you. Like, the thought of not being with you kills me. And yeah, I'd do whatever it takes to make it work. You're exactly what I've been looking for.
I just love being around you. Like, really, genuinely love being in your company. All the things that could be logistically a problem or, you know, hard, maybe doesn't matter. Because I just want to be here.
And whilst I'm here, I want to be completely honest. You know, and when there's an opportunity, I want to take it. Yeah, I don't know why it's hard, but I'm completely falling in love with you.
I didn't expect that. But I couldn't think of anything I want to hear more. It made me feel absolutely incredible.
It's really important to me to know how you're feeling. And I know it's hard to say that.
It is, but I just want you to know that. I found this really incredible woman, and like it's actually happening. I'm falling in love with her. It's kind of, it's crazy, but I couldn't be happier. I've never met anyone like you, ever. And I think you're absolutely incredible. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart.
I love hearing that.
Hearing Maddie say that and knowing how he feels just makes me realise exactly what we could have. And everything I've thought about a possible future with him just seems so much more real and incredibly exciting. I've got an incredibly tough decision to make. Every one of these guys makes me feel like the luckiest, most special girl in the world. And how do you look at someone who makes you feel like that and say goodbye? I've met these guys' families. They've been open and vulnerable to me. And I have to say goodbye to one of them. It's incredibly hard.
Gentlemen, since you began this experience, each of you has developed very special feelings for our Bachelorette, Georgia. It's clear that your feelings are getting stronger. 2 of you get the chance to meet Georgia's family and spend one final day with her before she makes the most important decision of her life. But one of you won't get that opportunity. Tonight, one of you will leave the mansion. Lots of luck, gentlemen. Here's Georgia. Good luck, darling.
Tonight, I want a rose more than ever. It's one step closer to being that last guy at the end and starting a life with Georgia.
I feel like the connection that Georgia and I have is something really special, but knowing that it could be goodbye, it's really daunting and it's not something I want to do.
There's nothing I'm more serious about right now than my relationship with Georgia. I've just told Georgia that I'm falling in love with her. So then if I didn't get a rose and I went home, it would absolutely kill me.
Maddie.
Maddie, will you accept this rose?
I will. I've invested so much into the relationship with Georgia. I'm just hoping that she feels the same way about me. If Georgia doesn't choose me, I'll be gutted. I will be heartbroken.
I've been heartbroken before, I've really been hurt before, and it's not something I really want to go through again. I'm still fighting for that relationship with Georgia, that future that I want so badly now. I don't want this to end, I don't want the journey to end here.
Lee.
Lee, will you accept this rose?
Absolutely.
Jake, you didn't receive a rose. Please take the time now to say goodbye.
You're amazing and you've made me feel amazing, and I can never, ever, ever underestimate that. Meeting your family meant so much to me.
I'm glad. It was special.
And to take you away from your family when I know what you're going through. I would want to be 100% certain. And that's really hard to say.
It's hard to hear. Look after your family.
And I hope you find, I hope you find the love you're after. What are you looking for? And that's really hard just for me to say right now. It really is. Yeah. Good luck, okay? I'm just really devastated. That hurts. It sucks. I don't like goodbyes. And it was a goodbye. It wasn't a I'll see you soon. That's the end of that. I really showed Georgia the true me and really wore my heart on my sleeve for the first time in quite a long time. I'm not sure what to think or feel. I'm sure it's gonna hit me like a freight train soon.
Tomorrow night, when The Bachelorette continues.
Oh my God.
Georgia's quest for love reaches its epic conclusion.
You're absolutely incredible. There's been something I wanted to tell you. I've just wanted to wait for the perfect moment.
But first,
So, just jumping straight in, I guess.
a family weigh-in
I think I have been able to call a bad egg out in the past.
with the ultimate grilling.
Not sure I'm really seeing the real man.
This is so much harder than I thought.
What are your feelings for Georgia? Are you falling in love with her? Could you fall in love with her? Have you fallen in love with her?
Testing not just the boys,
Who do you think would be a better fit for me?
but family ties.
Katie.
Yes, I'm getting there, Georgia.
Then
Everything has been leading to this.
I would give absolutely anything to have Georgia pick me.
I look at her, I see my best friend. I can only hope that when she sees the same thing.
the search is over.
I found what I came here for.
Well, YouTube, if you can't get enough Bachelor content, then you need to see more highlights. You'll find them right here. And you can also subscribe to this channel by clicking below.